So good morning, students. In the last class, we had discussed about some of the terms in this chapter, that is principle and inheritance and variation. So today we will start with one topic that it is inheritance of one gene, or which is also known as the monohybrid. This question is very important for 5 marks. Inheritance of one gene, or which is also known as the monohybrid cross. Okay. So in the last class, we came to know about the inheritance genes, dominant character, recessive character, and 7 contrasting characters which are present in pairs. Okay. And next thing what we studied means how the Mendel has been experimented on the pea plants and why he selected only the pea plants for his experiment. Okay. And what are the sequential stages during his work. Okay, so overall we had studied about the Mendel's work. So here Mendel in one of the serial experimental crossed 2 pea plants. Okay, what he did, he crossed 2 pea plants, and then 2 pea plants. So here Mendel crossed 2 pea plants, and these 2 pea plants are differing in one character. Okay, these 2 pea plants differing in one character. And what is that one character here? Here that one character is the which character which is differing in them means that is the height. Mendel in one of his experiment, what he did, he has taken the 2 pea plants. One is tall, like this. One is tall. If you see his plant's height, it's tall. Okay, one character. 2 pea plants are there, but differing. They are changed. They are differing in one character, that is the height. Okay, one is tall, another is dark. Like this. They are differing in their height. This is the tall one, and this is the short one, dark one. So he has taken that one character from the 2 pea plants. So since plants are diploid, keep in mind the pea plants are diploid. Diploid means they have the 2 sets of chromosomes. Okay, so they will have the 2 alleles. Okay, so here if they are diploid, 2 set of chromosomes, they will have the 2 alleles. Now come the term alleles. What do you mean by this alleles? First, before going to allele, I will explain you what is the meaning of gene. In the last classes also I have told you, genes are the units of heredity or unit of inheritance. That genes will carry an information. Okay, that genes will carry an information, and that information which is responsible for a character, information that is required to express a particular character. See here. First, what is genes means? Genes are the unit of inheritance. In the last class also, I had told you inheritance or heredity. Okay, so these genes which are also called as the factors. These genes which are also called as the factors. How we are telling that genes are the unit of inheritance or heredity means because it's they contain the information. These genes contain the information which is required for expressing a particular trait. Trait means that it is the character. See here, first of all, this is the chromosome. In this chromosome, there will be presence of some genes. These are the genes. These are the genes which are going to transmit to the next generation. So these genes, what does it contain? It contains the information. Okay, see for example, this gene is responsible for what? Height. This gene is responsible for what? For the height of the plant. Okay, so this gene will have the information whether the height should be tall or dark. It is going to carry the information whether the height should be tall or dark of the next generation. So height here, what is height? It is one of the character. Okay, character which is also known as the trait. So who is going to express here? That is the gene. Okay, so this is about the gene. Next, one more word. Terms are very important to understand all the concepts of inheritance. Okay, next comes the alleles. What do you mean by allele here? Means allele. These are the pair of genes present on the same locus of chromosome. What it is? These are the pair of genes located on the same locus of chromosome. Okay, here genes which code for a pair of contrasting traits, and that is also genes which code for a pair of contrasting characters. They are called as the alleles. First of all, here, as I show you, here you see, this is the chromosome. In this chromosome, the genes are a pair of genes. This is one gene, this is the another gene. Gene number 1, gene number 2. Okay, this pair of genes which are present at the same locus. Same locus means same position. Here, this is the position where both of them are located. Both the genes are located. And one more thing, these genes, they both will code for one contrasting character. Okay, here these alleles are present for the height of the plant. Not only for the height, you can take any other character, contrasting character. Okay, so what is the meaning of allele? A pair of genes located on the same locus of the chromosome. Okay, which code for a contrasting character, which are going to give the information for that particular character. The character, the height should be tall or dark. Who is going to give the information? That is the gene. If genes are present in pairs, then we are calling it as the allele. Okay, so we have the two alleles. For height, there are two alleles. See here. For height, gene for height, gene for height, it has the two alleles. The genes for height, they have the two alleles. Okay, so what is the two alleles here? That it is, one is tall and the another is dark. These are the two alleles for what? For the height. Okay, one gene is representing for the tallness and another gene is representing for the darkness. Okay, so here, how we can represent here? See, first of all, the tall is the dominant character or dominant allele. Okay, tall is it is one of the dominant. In the last class, I had told you what is the meaning of dominant, which are expressing their character. That we can call it as the dominant. Dark means this is one of the recessive character, means which does not express their character. That's why it becomes the dark, to which we are calling that the recessive. And always the dominant character will be represented by capital letter. Okay, always the dominant, whenever, not only you can take, if you are taking the yellow color of the, color of the seed, among them two contrasting characters are there. If you take color of the seed, one is yellow and another is the green. Okay, so there also, if you are writing yellow in the form of allele, you can write capital Y. Okay, so tall, it can be represented by capital T, and dark, it can be represented by small t. Small t or small alphabet, small letter. Okay, always the dominant character will be written in capital letter. Recessive character will be written in small alphabet or small letter. Okay, if it is yellow, capital Y, because it is a dominant character. Opposite to the yellow color, there is a green color, which can be written not, it is not going to be represented by G, but it is going to be represented by small y, like this. This is about the color of the seed. Okay, in this way, see, dominant character, recessive character, always the dominant character will be written in the what call it? Big alphabets, and small recessive will be written in the small alphabet. Okay, next one. Another two terms are there which are important, that it is homozygous and heterozygous. See here, what is that? Two more terms are there. One is homozygous and the another is heterozygous. Okay, here the meaning of homozygous. See, if in a chromosome, this is one chromosome in which these are the two chromosomes. They are same in size and shape. Okay, they are same in size and shape. Such pair of chromosome, we can call it as the homologous chromosome. What we can call homologous chromosome. Okay, if this is one more pair of chromosome where two chromosomes are of different size and shape. Okay, their structure is different. Okay, but they are present in pair. Such a type of chromosome, we can call it as the heterozygous chromosome. Homologous, then sorry, this is also same. But here the thing is that the pair of genes are present at the same locus in both the chromosomes. Homologous means it is a condition where paired genes are similar on homologous chromosome. You can see similar on, see, the shape of genes somewhat it's round like this. They are similar. Such type of genes which are paired, which are present on the homologous chromosome, similar genes are present means they are known as the homozygous condition. Right? What is homozygous? It is a condition where paired genes are present. Paired genes are present on paired genes are similar on homologous chromosome. Such a condition is known as the homozygous condition. So, for example, I will write for the homozygous capital T and capital T. These are the two genes for height. They both are same. For example, you take here, these genes are for height. Okay, we can take, we can represent it with a capital T and capital T. They both are same. Okay, see one more example. These are also homologous chromosomes where small t. They both are same. Such a condition is known as the homozygous condition. Okay, one more condition is there. One is rounded one gene is rounded one, and another is somewhat slanted. There. It is a condition where paired genes are dissimilar on homologous chromosome. Such a condition is known as the heterozygous. Here is a condition where paired genes are dissimilar on homologous chromosome. For example, rounded one we can represent it with a capital T, and the slant one we can represent it with a small t because it is different. Dissimilar on homologous chromosome. Okay, such a condition, what we can call heterozygous. Indirectly, this is homozygous, this is heterozygous. What is this? Same genes are there, that it is the homozygous, this is the heterozygous. Different. One is tall, another is dark. Here both are tall. One more condition, here you see small t. This is also homozygous because both are same. Here only this is the dissimilar. Okay, we are representing. For example, with the round shape, just for example, genes will be round in shape. So just for they are round. So that it is capital T, capital T. This is slant, slant. Okay, small t, small t. Both are same, present on the homologous. Homologous the chromosome which are similar in size and shape. Okay, then next here, if it is different means this condition we can call it as the heterozygous. In this way, here the two conditions are there, homozygous and heterozygous. This is very important. Keep in mind what you mean by homozygous and what you mean by heterozygous. So next we will come to the main topic, and it is monohybrid cross. See here, monohybrid cross is where only one gene is going to be inherited to the next generation. Such a type of cross is known as the monohybrid cross or one gene inheritance. Both the topics are same, don't be in confusion. Sometimes the question will be asked as a monohybrid cross, what is monohybrid cross, and explain the monohybrid cross. In that condition you can write the same answer, as well as sometimes they will ask what do you mean by explain briefly about the one gene inheritance. Okay, so this is very important. So see here, parents, what two pea plants he has taken, two, that is the middle. What are that? One is tall and another is dark. These are the parents. Parents means they have taken the two plants. One is tall one, another is dark one. Okay. They will produce, if parents means they will have the flowers, they will produce the gametes. Okay. If it is male means it will produce the pollen grain. If it is female means it will produce the ovules. Okay. So here the parents will produce the gametes. And the gametes will have the genes. Okay, the gametes will have the genes. For tall, how we can represent the genes? That is with the capital letter, that's with the capital T and capital T. And why we are taking two times capital T, capital T? Because on a chromosome, there will be present a pair of genes. That we are calling it as the alleles. Okay, alleles, just now I told you. So, see here, capital T, capital T. And here, what is the gamete for dark plant? Small t, small. These are the gametes. See here, listen carefully. This is the tall plant. And this plant will have the anthers. This is the flower, and this will have the anthers. Okay. And one more plant, which is the dark, and this will have the stigma. What they are going to do? This one is the dark. They are going to mate them. Means the pollen grains are going to dusted on the stigma of the dwarf plant. Okay, they are going to dust on the stigma of the dwarf plant. So here, listen carefully. The tall plant is going to cross with the dwarf plant. And tall plant, see, if what is the gamete here means of the male plant? It is pollen. Pollen grain means that it is the gamete. This is the pollen. This is one of the cells in which there will be presence of nucleus. In that nucleus, there will be presence of chromosomes. In that chromosome, for a particular character, there will be presence of what? Allele. One pair of genes. That's why they are writing 2 times as the capital T and capital T. Understanding? So, in this way, why I am explaining about all these things means you should not have a doubt why I am taking 2 times the capital T. Okay. The next term, from the it's diploid. Okay, only one gene is going to inherit here. That's why we are taking one capital T. Capital T, small t. Okay, it's a diploid, but we want only one gene is going to inherit it to the next generation. That's why we are taking as the one capital T and one small t. Okay, the next after that, if we cross both of them, what we will get? We will get one capital T and one small t. Okay, these are the parents, these are the gametes, these are the genes. Okay, then if we cross that one, we will get the capital T and small t. What is this now? This is the F1 generation. What do you mean by F1 generation? That is the first filial generation. Yesterday I told you first filial generation and second filial generation. F1, F2. Okay, now you see this one. Capital T and small t. This I am writing as the F1 generation or offsprings. After crossing both this tall and dwarf plant, we got this plant. That is the capital T and small t. Okay. So first of all, capital T is the dominant character. Capital T always it is dominant. So what we can write here? What this means? This we can write it as the tall plant, or else we can write it as the heterozygous tall. What it is? It is heterozygous tall plant. Why we are writing heterozygous tall plant? Because these two genes are different from each other. Okay, one offspring is going to produce, but their genes are different, dissimilar. Another is slant one. So here the round one is the capital T and small is the small t. Slant one is the small t. So here you see this condition, what we can call two dissimilar genes are present. If these are the two dissimilar genes, this condition we can call it as the heterozygous condition. Okay, if we see the condition, that it is heterozygous. If we see the character that is tall, dominant, that is the tall. In between these two, which is the dominant? That is the capital T. What is the condition here you are saying? That it is the heterozygous. Two dissimilar genes are present on the homologous chromosome. Okay, so this is about the F1 generation. Next, you see, we get the heterozygous tall plant. After that, we have to inbreed the F1 generation. Inbreed the F1 generation means we have to cross with the same plant. That we can call it as the self-cross or self-pollination. Whatever the offspring we got here, we have to cross that particular. We got the heterozygous tall plant. We have to cross with same plant. Okay, same plant means one more time we have to cross it with like this. Okay, the next here, why we are crossing? What are the gametes for this one? The gametes are capital T, small t, then again capital T, small t. These are the gametes of these are the gametes of these parents. Okay, parents means what? Whatever the in F1 generation we got the offspring, we are taking that plant and again we are going to cross with the same type of plant. That we are calling it as the self-cross. First parents, gametes, F1 generation, self-cross. That parents will have the same, what we call, that parents will have the gametes, they are going to produce the gametes that can be represented in this way. Okay, so again, next thing, here by using a checkerboard, what? That is the Punnett square checkerboard. Okay, by using that board, we have to cross that all these gametes. How means, you see, here I will write. How many gametes are there? 4 gametes are there. Okay, here within these two plants, one will be the female and another will be the male. Here we can write it as the male, one as the female. Okay, here we can write the male gamete, capital T, small t, and here we can write the gametes of female, capital T, small t. Okay, then we have to cross here. How we can cross means capital T into capital T. In this way we have to cross capital T into capital T, that will become capital T. Okay, capital T into small t, and always the dominant gene should be written first. Okay, always the dominant gene should be written first. Then we have to write the recessive gene. That means always the capital letter should be written first. The next we can write the small letter. So here you see capital T into small t. Capital T, small t. Then capital T into small t. First we had to cross like this, then like this. Okay, then we have to cross in this manner. We have to take the second gamete, capital T into small t. That will become capital T, small t. Okay, the next small t into small t. Here we will get small t into small t. Okay, now we have to write the condition as well as the character. Okay, here you see what this will become. Both are dominant. Dominant what? Capital T means that will become the tall. Okay, this is the tall. They both are same. What it is? This condition is the homozygous condition. Here I will write capital T, homo tall. First one. Okay. Then second one, capital T, small t, that will become tall only because here the first letter is the dominant over the small t. Tall dominant over the dark. So here capital T, small t. But the condition what we can write is that it is the heterozygous. Heterozygous tall. This is also tall, but it's a heterozygous. Because the second gene is differing, it's dissimilar. Then here you see this is also tall. Third one. And which tall? That is the heterozygous tall. Last one, small t, is the dark. Fourth one, small t. They both are same. They are the similar genes. So this will become homozygous dark. Homozygous dark. Okay. So whatever the offsprings that are produced here in this checkerboard, this we can write as the F2 generation. We had self cross here. We had self cross here. After that only we got the F2 generation. Okay. In this you see what is the ratio here? There are two ratios. One is the genotypic ratio, another is the phenotypic ratio. Genotype means according to the genes, whatever the genetic characters will be there, to that we can call it as the genotype. Phenotype means whatever the external characters. Okay, see here, these ratios are very important. One is the genotype ratio. Another is the phenotype ratio. Here, genotype means we have to see the genes. First, you see capital T, capital T. How many like these genes are there? Only one. So 1. 1 is 2. Ratio means is 2. Small capital T, small t. Like this, how many genes are there? 1, 2. This one, 1, and this is the another 2. 1 is 2. The remaining one, this is only 1. Small t, small t. This will become 1. So what is the genotypic ratio or genotype ratio? 1 is to 2 is to 1. In this question, they will see this representation and this table or this checkerboard. Then lastly comes very important. If you not write these ratios, then they will cut the 1 marks. Okay, so all this representation is very important. So what is the phenotype ratio here? Phenotype means you have to see the characters, only just external characters. Here you see tall, tall, tall. Tall 1, tall 2, tall 3. 3 tall plants are there. 3. And 1 large is there. That is the 1. 3 is to 1. Okay. So this is about what? About the inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross. Here in the F1 generation, one gene is going to inherit it to the next generation. Then this F1 generation is going to self-cross with the same plant. Then we will get the F2 generation and these ratios. Okay. So this is about what? About the monohybrid cross. Okay, thank you. In the next class, we will continue with the next topic.